Hi, I'm Grace Smith, Director of Vintage Movie Posters with Heritage Auctions. In late 2011, one of the most important treasure troves of vintage movie posters ever unearthed was discovered in Berwick, Pennsylvania. Dating from late 1930 and early 1931, the posters in this find were some of the rarest and most sought after in the poster collecting hobby, and collectors can look forward to finding them in Heritage's upcoming signature vintage movie poster auction on March 23, 2012. These posters, which include some of the most important titles in Hollywood history, were pasted to boards and used to promote original releases from late 1930 and early 1931, most likely at one of the Berwick 3 movie houses. Eventually, an entire stack of these posters was built up and at some point removed from the boards. Separating the posters was like removing wallpaper. After carefully moistening the top layer, steam was used to melt the glue and gently remove one poster from another. Each new layer that came up would reveal new and exciting treasures beyond anyone's wildest expectations. These posters mark an exciting period in film history, as they all come from a small window of time between the advent of sound in the late 1920s and the enforcement of the repressive production code in 1934. All the titles in this find then are pre-code, representing a time before the film industry began self-censoring. Among the posters included in the Berwick discovery is an exceptionally rare B-style one-sheet for Warner Brothers' 1931 seminal gangster film Little Caesar, starring Edward G. Robinson and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. This was the film that launched the gangster genre in Hollywood and made Robinson a major star, quickly becoming one of the most influential pictures of all time. Also included is the exceedingly rare and valuable Style A one-sheet for The Public Enemy, Warner Brothers' follow-up to Little Caesar, and the film that made a star of James Cagney. In this style, Cagney is seen with Jean Harlow, a blonde bombshell whose rise to fame began in Howard Hughes' 1930 epic war film Hell's Angels. Little Caesar and The Public Enemy would set the standard for virtually every other gangster film to come. Between them, Robinson and Cagney created the modern gangster persona in these pictures, making them some of the most important and vital films of the era. These posters represent some of the rarest, most sought-after holy grails in our hobby, making this a potentially once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for those interested in acquiring a poster from these landmark titles. Also included in this auction is the only known copy of a one-sheet for Warner Brothers' 1931 adaptation of Dashiell Hammett's classic mystery, The Maltese Falcon. This was the first time Hammett's popular novel had been brought to the screen, with Ricardo Cortez portraying Private Eye Sam Spade, a role that would be made famous a decade later by the great Humphrey Bogart. Paper on this title has always been exceptionally elusive. In over 10 years of poster auctions, Heritage has only sold 2 lobby cards from this picture for more than $8,000 each. One of the most popular genres in the poster collecting world is the field of universal horror. And I'm pleased to say that the Berwick discovery includes a stunning example of one of the most desirable posters in that category. It's the Style F one-sheet for Dracula, the film that launched the universal horror boom in 1931 and set Bela Lugosi on a path to film immortality. One of only a small handful known to exist, we sold another copy of this style in March 2009. That poster realized more than $310,000. Another popular genre represented in the Berwick discovery is the Western, long a favorite of generations of moviegoers. As a Western fan, I was thrilled to find a one-sheet for RKO's 1931 Cimarron, starring Richard Dix, in this assortment. Our upcoming auction marks perhaps the first and only time collectors have had a chance to add this stunning beauty to their collection. In addition to these rare and desirable posters, collectors can also look forward to a fine representation of other rarities, including one-sheets for Seed, an early Bette Davis film, The Front Page, The Criminal Code, The Bat Whispers, Dishonored featuring Marlene Dietrich, and 10 Cents a Dance, one of Barbara Stanwyck's earliest roles. These are only a few of the highlights of the monumental Berwick discovery. I'd like to invite anyone interested to visit our website at ha.com/7055 to find out more about these rare and valuable pieces of film history. Join us March 23rd and 24th for not just the Berwick discovery, but over 1,200 lots of some of the most beautiful and valuable movie posters to come to auction.